Did y'all know that 1 in 6 people suffer with addiction? That's really just the substance abuse part of it. Think about the food addiction. Think about shopping. What about gambling? How many people do you really think it is if you're looking at all that? It's probably almost all of us, if not one in every way. 3 if I'm being, nice about it. But that's a very significant amount of people. You know what the definition of addiction is? Continuing to do something even if it has a negative effect on your life. It's very, very similar to the definition of insanity. Because it basically is. The way that it tricks your brain and the chemical imbalance that's going on there, everything that's happening, it is insanity. And that's coming from someone that went through it, that lost everything to addiction. My whole life, everything that I left, I threw it all away for drugs and alcohol. And food at first. Food was my first real addiction, to be honest. And I, thank God, have lived to tell the tale. I'm still here to be able to, talk about it and tell my story and to be able to live this life. So many people, unfortunately, that I grew up with that were in my graduating class are gone, cannot tell the tale. So many people forget about just my graduating class, it's really quite an epidemic. And yet, it is so under-talked about. It is so underrepresented because of the social stigma that's attached with it. As soon as people hear addiction, substance abuse, all that, they, turn a blind eye because it's just how ugly addiction makes you become and the person that it turns you into and all the negative things that come along with it. And I get that. It really makes you into someone that you're not, whether you see it in the midst of it or not. You're just not you, right? You're not thinking of what the real effect is having on, your life, your family, everything around you, everything you do, everyone you know. It has an effect on every single fabric of your being. And it's so hard to truly understand that and see what it's doing to you from an outside perspective while you're living that life. Because, it's just so all-consuming and overwhelming, and it's all that you think about. There is no other way. That there is no way out of this. You think you're too far gone, or that you're just not fucking worth it, or that, there's no other life outside. Let's look at the state of the world today, It's such a mess. What the fuck is the point of getting sober if this life is, all this is going on around me? I fucking get it. I get that every one of those thoughts, and I know there's a whole plethora more on what's going through your head on why you're still where you're at, or all of this is happening around you, and I get it, valid, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be that way. You can find happiness. You can find what your passion is, what makes you happy, what you want to get up in the morning for. It doesn't matter what it is. With today's world and the way AI is going the way it's going, there's never been a better time to find your passion, to find what you're good at, and fucking follow it to everything you can. Give it all you got and make some money off it. It doesn't matter what it is. You can make money off of it these days. If you make a platform, promote yourself, believe in your fucking self. You don't even have to have like a social media sort of platform, just a platform that promotes your business or promotes whatever. Believe in yourself. Believe in whatever it is that you find joy in. Just stop thinking that you're nothing, that you're not going to ever do anything, you're not going to ever amount to anything. And the more that you tell yourself that, the more it remains true. manifestation is so fucking real, not even just in like the woo-woo sort of sense, but like in what you tell yourself is real. And it is unfortunately way too underrepresented. Nobody's talking about it because of the social stigma that's attached. And like, I get it. Like, it turns you into someone that you're not. It turns you into a real, asshole in active addiction, doing things that you would never do sober. It's a literal demon that you're dealing with. And we need to stick together and help each other out through this to be able to get past it and not be so self-isolating and thinking that we're alone in this and that we're not worth it and we can't do it, because we can. You gotta believe in yourself, babe. Please. It took several times of me going to rehab and going to these programs and all this for me to even like really actually truly want to get sober. Like, I wanted to get sober, I wanted to live a different life, but at the same time I always still had it in me that like I wanted to go back out there and fucking drink or use whatever. I really didn't think alcohol was going anywhere for a long time. I really didn't think I was gonna stop drinking ever, really. I was like, oh, I'll stop the drugs, that's fine, but drinking, I don't know. It just helped my social anxiety so ridiculously well. If I could still drink and it not have such a negative impact on my life, I'd have a bottle right now, but that's just not the case. And it's such a depressant in the long run, and it has such an effect on your mental, physical, everything. Your emotional, every part of you is affected by addiction. And it's way too underrepresented. I really think that we need more talk about it, more representation, more stories of how you did it. We need more positive fucking things going on in this world. I'm sorry I keep cursing, by the way. I just kind of get passionate about things. I really try not to curse. It's a bad habit, but I've been doing a lot of it. I'm sorry for that, but I really do feel that we need to stick together during all of this craziness in this world, all the uncertainty and the robots taking over. There's going to be a lot going on within the next several years with the weather, the politics. This world is a crazy place. But, 1 in 6 people in just substance abuse, and that's the whole world, not just America. 1 in 6 people is already so fucking significant, dude. Like, again, like I said, that's just the people that admitted to it. That's just the people that, to the poll, to themselves. 6, that's a lot of people. And it's probably a lot more than that. Whether we like it or not, it just is a fact of our reality that a lot of people are struggling with mental health and with addiction and all sorts of things, and we need to talk about it more. We need to be advocates for each other. We need to share how the fuck we pulled ourselves out of this, what it is we need to start working on within ourselves. Look, I really get it how, mental health comes in waves, ebbs and flows. I, struggle with my mental health and anxiety and all that. I feel like I go on a more fucking mental roller coaster than some chick with a Six Flags damn season pass. I go so up and down, and like, I get that it can be overwhelming and it's hard to, just stay in control all the time. And like, you have to really count your blessing. I literally thank God for every little thing that happens these days. Every little win that I get, I try to stay grateful for, because I know how it is to have every single thing go wrong. Always. So I get that, life has its ups and downs. This isn't going to be easy all the time. It's not, but it gets easier, and having support makes a difference. I really think if we share our stories, share how it is that we pulled ourselves out of this, that we can make a difference in somebody's life. And I think it's worth trying. I've been wanting to do this for like a long time now. It's been in my head probably since I got out of rehab in the first place to, start a YouTube channel. And at first, while I was in rehab, like I said, I found a passion in helping people while I was in there. I really just found a joy in it. And I just end up overthinking it and overthinking it and overthinking it and end up accomplishing nothing. I was even to the point where I was literally gonna like do this with AI so I didn't have to like actually record myself, because I figured I could just do it that way. I don't have a whole lot of privacy at my parents' house, and I just figured I could, get the point across just as well with the AI. I could get it to say everything I wanted. It would just be an avatar talking rather than myself, but it just wasn't conveying the emotion and message like I wanted it to. So here I am, recording this video, because the silence stops today. The only person truly stopping me is me. So here I am, making this video. I'm going to be doing a series of these videos telling you about how I ended up where I am today, how I got myself out of it, and how you can hopefully maybe do the same, or just find a little bit of solace in knowing you're not alone. I hope that you guys vibe with me like I think you might. If not, at least I tried. I would be mad at myself forever if I didn't. So I hope to, talk to you guys soon. Please let me know if you're vibing with me, and I wish all the best. God bless. Send your story too, please. findingpeaceinc@gmail.com.